So I'm probably gonna be a little bit honest about this next question.
Go on.
I heard. So I'm a big fan of JaackMate's Happy Hour.
Oh yeah.
I am a huge. Actually, it's
What a boy.
One of my main inspirations for starting this podcast. And so obviously I've seen your appearances on.
Yeah.
And there is one particular story you tell about a particular judge from X Factor.
Oh God, which story's this? I don't remember.
Sharon.
Oh, I fucking love Sharon Osbourne. What a woman. She is mental.
In particular, your initial meeting with her. And
Oh, when she asked if I like to lick out girls.
that one. So what the fuck happened there?
So I got this Xtra Factor job, and like I said, I was like I was just a comic doing the clubs. I was 22. I wasn't even like big in that scene. Like I was like an opening middle act, like I was a support act. I wasn't a headliner. And I get this job. We go to Glasgow, and they go, look, you're not going to meet. We're all in the same hotel. And they go, you're not going to meet the judges. We're going to get you to meet them on camera tomorrow. I was like, yep, great. And it was like Louis, Sharon, Nicole Scherzinger, and Gary Barlow. I was one of Simon's fallow years. And they were like, so the first thing in the morning, right, you're going to meet the judges. Sharon comes up to me, first judge I meet, and she just goes, hello, Matt, nice to meet you. Now tell me, do you like to lick out girls? And let's bear in mind, this is the first thing I've ever filmed in my life. I've never done TV. I'm just like this kid doing stand-up, right, for £100 a night. And I go, and she goes, oh, well, your hesitation makes me think you don't. But then we spent 6 months filming that show, and it was so much. She was great fun. She's absolutely bonkers. I remember once.
A proposal from her though, or was it like?
I think it was more, let's fuck with the new boy.
Nice.
Let's have and she just didn't care. But then conversely would do mad stuff on camera. So loads of times we did some mad things where she was asking about licking peanut butter off my penis and stuff. But then off camera, when we were off, she was kind and really supportive, and we'd go for dinner and she'd hang out. But then the sort of act, the character I was playing, especially because I was so young, was they've hired this the whole way they played it was, I was hosting it with Caroline, and they were like, oh, but we've hired just some guy. I wasn't even a presenter. They're like, oh, it's just this guy we've picked up that doesn't know the world, and we're just going to throw him in. And all the judges played along with it, but Sharon especially.
Was there any judges that weren't so nice?
No, you know what? I've got to be fair. We had the best time. So all the judges, and apparently it's the only year, someone told me it's the only year it's happened, they all liked each other. So we'd film, on the the auditions tour, and then boot camp, and judges' houses, whatever. Every night we're out for dinner. Every night we're out, or we're in the hotel having a few drinks. Everyone hung out all the time. And then, even when we did the live shows, we'd finish on a Saturday night at 11, and Sharon and Louis would be like, right, we're off into Mayfair to go and have dinner. Do you want to come? And you're like, abso-fucking-lutely, I do.
That's sick.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, man, it was wild. And it's funny because, at the time, one of the producers was like, you will never make a show this starry again, because also comedians don't really do that kind of stuff. They're like, this will be the most mental thing you ever work on, show busy like that, because it was I just caught the end of X Factor still being big.
Yeah.
So my year, there's still 10 million people watching the main show. So you go, oh yeah, we get to fly everywhere first class. We did all judges' houses and all that, and then a couple of years later, none of that's happening. And yeah, we go to these mad restaurants, hang out with mad people. I remember going out for dinner with Mary J. Blige when we were doing judges' houses in Antigua with Nicole. And Nicole, we were all out for... I'm just sat next to Mary J. Blige having a chat, and I don't really know who she is. And she's just going to me, oh, you really remind me of Mr. Bean. And I'm like, thanks, Mary J. Blige. Cheers.
Nice one, Mary.
What a bitch.
Well...
She doesn't want no dramas? Well, fucking don't say that to me.
Yeah.
Let's maybe start asking Matt some music-based questions as well now, yeah?
Okay.
Love it. Let's do it.
You can start this week.
I'll start. They're a little bit crazy questions that we start off with. These are kind of icebreakers before we get into
No worries. Let's do it. Have we not broken the ice? I feel like we have broken the ice.
We've definitely broken the ice.
We've talked about
musically. We've definitely broken the ice.
My parents' divorce briefly.
Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah.
Your drug problem?
drug problems. Yeah.
I actually think Sharon was so attractive then.
And I'm going to say this: she's also fun, which I think is like when I met her, she must have been 60 something, right? But there's something about her. She's got a little sparkle about her that's really good fun.
Yeah, I bet.
She's a laugh. You think you would throw me around, Sharon, and I would be happy with it.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
If we went out on a Friday night, I would be having a Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? Like, it would be lovely.
But she's got to be mental to live in that life,
Yeah. Well,
Mate, there was a point where we did judges' houses. The only judge's house that was actually at the house. We went to Sharon and Ozzy's house.
No way.
And they brought in, like, because the crew's, like, there's 200 people there, right? So there's this loo block for the crew they brought in, like a temporary one. But Sharon came up and she goes, you don't have to use those. If you go above the garage, that's where Ozzy's office is. So go and use Ozzy's loo. And there's a point where I was in Ozzy Osbourne's office loo having a wee, and there is Grammys, there's like everything, Brits, whatever the awards are. The mini version of his Hollywood Walk of Fame star is right there when you're weeing. And I was just like, a year ago, I was working at a lettings office and doing stand-up part-time, and I'm now having a wee in Ozzy Osbourne's personal toilet. This is incredible.
And did it feel like that, or was it like just another day, or were you like, oh my god?
Oh no! Like, I think everything I've ever done, like I think everything is mad. Like anything like that, I'm always like, this is mental, and I always treat it. And actually, in a lot of the cases, should have done like the only time I'm ever going to do it.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing that show, I was like, I don't think they're ever going to, like, they booked me when there was loads of other big names and I went, they're never going to do that again. They're never going to get me back twice. It's like when I went to the Brits. The first time I went to the Brits, I was like, I'm going to treat this like it's never happening again. Like just because I think like too many people get, like, I go to loads of stuff and like have loads of mates that are like, oh God. Like I was chatting to a very, very well-known comedian friend of mine recently, and he was like, BA business class is shit, man. And I was like, I remember when you were a teacher.
Yeah.
I remember when you were still teaching and you were making £80 a gig and you're moaning about different business classes. Let's just enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to. You got to, man.
And I said to him, Romesh, just remember where you came from.
Yeah, Rom.
He is quite sulky for a funny bloke.
He's a diva, man. He's a diva these days. I'm joking. He's absolutely lovely. No, and also, it's the act. He's not that sulky.
Was he not?
Nah,
I can
he's
imagine
quite
it'd
happy.
be quite a laugh. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, he is a laugh, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Him and Rob. I reckon Rob Beckett would be.
Get on these.
Sorry, my bad. Right. Sorry.
I am also distracting you both. That is happening as well.
It's all good.
No,
don't
be
worry
silly.
about it. I call them icebreakers, but they're not. They're musical icebreakers, just to get us to know a little bit more about your musical preference.
But they are fucking weird.
This one's a little bit weird. So, if aliens landed and asked you to explain human music, what is the first artist you'd show them, and what's the last artist you'd show them? So, what's like the best, and what's the fucking shit that you don't want them to?
What is the, like, so my preference of what's the best and what shit is what you want, really, rather than me going, I'll show them, something beautiful and amazing from Mozart.
Well, it's what you think, I guess, would be a good, but you gotta like it, I guess, as well. So
Mate, if we're going for what I like, if I'm going to the aliens, get on my taste. It's pop punk and emo, man.
Get
Fuck
in.
yes.
Go on, lads.
That's very
what we
much
like to
us.
hear.
Did you know that before I came on that I'm into that?
Not at all.
No.
I used to run in London. When I lived in London, I ran a pop punk and emo club night for a while called Teenage Dirtbags that I promoted and like ran. I DJ'd it. Mate, slam dunk, like Warped Tour 2006, 7. If I could go back in time, I'd just live on that.
Yeah, that's where
class.
it's at.
So we go to Slam Dunk every year.
I'm going to say this. I've never been, and I'm gutted about it because it's so my thing as well.
It's
is
such
good.
a nice day out compared to some festivals you go to. Like you can go to Reading now or stuff, and you
Mate,
get
Reading is
stuff nicked
dog
and-
shit.
isn't it? It used to be good, but
Well, but also, like, I don't know if it's because I've gotten older. Like, Reading is no longer for me.
no,
Like, it's
same.
not designed for adults, is it?
No, so
We've had
true.
this conversation in a like you even said that exact line. You said,
Yeah.
"Am I just old now?" Like it's changed so much. The Sunday is not the rock day anymore. It's
But I don't know
what rapper
people
can you
there.
get on.
Like the headliners, I couldn't tell you a song from some of them. Am I just?
Yeah, well, so they used to have comedy there. I've played Reading loads, and it's one of those where there's years where I've gone, oh, I wonder who's on this. You know, the day I'm playing, oh, if there's someone good on, I'll stick around. And it's like Lil Sims or someone, and I'm like, I'm sure they're very good at what they do, but I don't even know what they do. So I just think this is. Although this year I am going this year for a day. I've bought a ticket.
Nice. Which day?
Come on, man! The Bring Me the Horizon
I was
day.
going to say,
Fair
okay,
play.
cool.
Bring Me the Horizon, Limp Bizkit, Enter Shikari, South Arcade. Fucking get me in.
Unreal.
So you're a South Arcade fan as well, yeah?
Well, so I live in Oxfordshire. I'm from Oxford, and they are a good Oxford success story at the moment.
very much.
They are from, I think, Whitney, another town not that far from me. And yeah, man, I love them.
Yeah. 2005 is a absolute banger for me.
It's one of them. I've had tickets to see them and then couldn't go, and then basically between that moment and now, which was not even a year ago, they've blown up. They were already on the way, but they have just blown up even more. And they're fucking kids.
Yeah.
They're like so young. They're so good.
We're meant to be doing an interview with them at Slam Dunk this year.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
I hate that they're young and so good.
Oh, it's a shame. I look at them and I go, that was me. Well, I was 19 and hot once and good, exciting. And now I'm 33 and past it. It's coming for you as well, kids.
Yeah. That social media game, their social media game's like on point as well. Like, just I don't know.
But also I think they do crucially have the shit to back it up with.
Yeah.
And I think, like, you know, they're obviously doing the main stage at Reading, but yeah, they're really exciting, man. Like, I run a big charity comedy night in Oxford once a year, and I invited them, and they're like, yeah, we'll be there. And then they didn't show up, and I was gutted because they were like, we got the day wrong, we were in LA. And I was like, but I just wanted to make you my friends. They're so good. They're so talented.
Yeah, they're spoken about a lot these days, aren't they?
They are. I think we've had chats with people. I didn't realise how many people knew them, to be fair,
same.
from all our guests that we've had on so far.
They are one of those that I, a year ago, was telling, especially my mates who used to be into like Blink and all that, like, I've been telling them to listen to them, and everyone's like, okay, great. They're sort of men in their 30s, and everyone's like, they are absolutely insane. They're so good.
They are good.
I think if they keep writing tunes like they are at the moment, obviously every band you want an evolution, but they are on their way to being like a big British breakout soon, I think.
Yeah, easily.
In a way you don't really get anymore.
Yeah. Are they known in America?
Well,
they're just on tour with Grey Wind and Magnolia Park.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I mean, I don't stalk them. I just follow them on Instagram. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay. So emo pop punk. That's what you're giving to the aliens.
That's me, mate. Yep.
Love that.
Love that.